Hello friends, how are you guys doing today? All right, so guys, if you haven't figured this out yet, I love to try out different things, test things, all of that, and share it with everybody. I really genuinely enjoy trying new things. This time around, guys, I have been sitting on this for a while, partially because I just, life kept happening and I didn't get to it. And I'm kind of thankful that actually happened because it gave me longer insight into this particular item. Now, it's not really a thing. It's actually an app. I'm sure by now a lot of you have heard of Noom. If you haven't, guys, here's your opportunity. Now, I started Noom back in April, and I want to say it was like an 8-month thing that I paid for. I am technically still signed up until January at some point. So whatever that equals out to be, that is what I paid for. Now, I do say technically still signed up because I am not actively participating at the moment. But I'm going to get to all of that. So guys, I'm going to try to keep this as brief as I can. We all, I shouldn't say we all, a lot of us hit that point where, that point of desperation, where, okay, we've got to make a change. We need to do something different in our lives. And I've got weight to lose. Noom actually has a lot of great different focuses where it can be for health purposes. It can be for maintaining. It can be for weight loss. And a lot of times those also coincide. So that is something to keep in mind. This is not just for people who have a lot of weight to lose. In fact, you don't even have to have a lot to lose. It really can help with a lot of things. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say all these positives up front. Noom is packed full of information. There's a lot of accountability. You can actually help customize the amount of accountability. You can have, I think it's your coach, message you regularly. You can set the app up for notifications. There's all these ways, so that way, like, it is always at the forefront of your mind, keeping you aware and on track, which can be really helpful for some people. Now, that said, they've also got groups and things like that. So if you want that larger group accountability, that way you can also talk to other people who are at the same stage you are. At least I think that's how that's supposed to work, guys. I'm going to fill in on that in a second. It's one of my concerns about the program. Guys, there is nothing unrealistic about it. I feel like Noom really kind of takes the best of a lot of different programs and kind of puts it into one. The biggest thing is about making total lifestyle changes. Because guys, if you look at things like a diet, well, we all hate diets, and at some point you cheat or you quit or something like that. It's a lifestyle change, and that can be very huge. They really do help you put that at the forefront of your mind and make those mental connections and answer a lot of questions about the whys and the whats and all of that. So there is a lot of great there. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump to the flip side of it. Now, actually, let me go ahead and share this first. Guys, in my first 2 months, I did lose almost 15 pounds. It didn't fully count because in my first week, I had actually gained almost 5 pounds, but that's because I also did what a lot of us Americans tend to do, which is, oh, I'm going to start a new diet. Let me go binge first and enjoy all the things I know I'm not supposed to. That's exactly it, guys. We know we're not supposed to. And that is what they walk you through as well. So I did gain right as I was starting it. And then I total lost almost 15 or right around 15 pounds, which was really great. I have maintained that. With that said though, guys, I flatlined. I've maintained it. But there's more to that. So if you've been following for a while, over the summer, I had some major dental work done. Actually, let me back up one more step. The program starts off with all these little lessons. You can choose how much you're going to do every day and everything like that. I loved it when it started because it had an option to have it read it out loud to you, which was great for me because, guys, my kids demand a lot of time and focus. They don't always seem to care if I'm reading something. And so I could be reading a lesson and they would automatically need something because technically my phone was in my hand and I was reading something. So they always needed something. It was very easy for me to get distracted. So when it was reading it out loud, I could listen to it, and my kids actually didn't really interrupt that often. Also, it was something where I could turn on a lesson while I was doing something else. I could be multitasking. I actually work best when I'm multitasking. So I loved that. It didn't last. Apparently, only the first handful of lessons can be read out loud. The rest you have to read. So there was that. That got a little difficult because I had to time things differently. Then insert the fact that you get into the point of lessons pretty quickly where they want you to share things with your group. What group? I wasn't added to a group. And so I kept waiting. Guys, it was like a month and a half in. I finally messaged my coach and said, hey, am I supposed to be part of a group? Because I was never added. And she's like, oh, oops, let me take care of that. Okay, I got added to a group almost instantly, which was phenomenal. Like 2 weeks later, I had major dental work, the first round of it, done in the summer. Guys, I didn't do anything. I could barely function. Food was definitely not my focus because I could barely eat. So I wasn't logging things in the app. And I wasn't active in the group for like 5 straight days. Once we came about to a week and I went to get on everything. By the way, my phone was blowing up with notifications and hey, you've it's meant to be cutesy, but it kind of gets annoying where they're like, oh, don't ghost us. You get texts constantly or the notifications like, don't ghost us. Don't forget to log. We miss you. We've noticed, like all sorts of things. And it's fine a little bit, but I was like, okay, well, I went to get into my group and be like, hey guys, sorry for my absence. I'd been booted from the group. Like I didn't get to participate anymore. And I thought about, guys, requesting to be added again, but I didn't because it took a lot for me to ask to be added to a group in the first place because that's not where I'm comfortable, is in that group setting. So it was kind of different. I was like, whatever. I was doing fine on my own before I was added the first time. So this is just what I'm going to stick with. And I'm just not going to stress it. Well, then enter round 2 of the dental work. Same thing. My phone was blowing up with text messages. There's no way to pause it. I couldn't log food. I wasn't eating regularly. In fact, the few things I was eating during that time frame were being brought to me. So scanning packages and entering stuff just really wasn't an option. Now, guys, this is on me. This part is on me as far as the logging and everything goes. But I wanted to point out that it was an issue with the app. And somehow, like I said, it got me booted from the group because I wasn't active enough. And then we can fast forward to the next little problem, which is the fact Noom is packed full of information. And they try to make it as fun and engaging as possible. And for the most part, they're very successful. My problem is I don't always do cutesy. And there were certain times where their level of hashtags about made me crazy. Hashtag Noom Nerds, hashtag everything. It was a bit much. You couldn't read a lesson without 3 hashtags at a minimum, I swear. With that said though too, guys, Noom is really great if you are unsure or if you don't know a lot of details. The problem I had, and this is not going to be for everybody, is 95% of the information that they were giving me was not new information. This is stuff I know. Guys, I know nutrition. I know what I need to do. I know how to log food. My problem is I have to want to do it. And I wanted it when I started this journey. Then the dental work came around and then a bunch of other stuff, because I started this like right around the time of my brother's funeral. And there was a lot of extra family drama that happened in the 2 months following that. And it all kind of culminated. And my problem is when major stuff like that happens, I am prone to depression moments. And I don't care. I genuinely don't care. So eating right, I know how to do it. I know, trust me, I know what portions are. I don't care. So what I really found is that for all of the great things that Noom has, it didn't matter if I don't care. So that's actually where I kind of got stuck here this summer. I have been proud of myself for maintaining. I have maintained what I lost for like 4 or 5 months now. Well, since I guess we're almost to October, I have maintained it since mid to late May. I guess probably late May. So yeah, they're about like 4 months, somewhere in there. Anyhow, that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold on to that pride. Because I've maintained, I didn't regain anything. And I know what I need to do. And like I said, I am still signed up for Noom. I have it through January. I might jump back in. I've tried a couple of times, but like right now, I haven't touched it in like 4 days. The notifications finally quit again. They will eventually just ignore you if you're ignoring them, which can be nice. At the same time, I've been incredibly busy and under stress with everything with Micah and all of that. So there were times like when we were traveling, logging everything just wasn't an option right then. So in that moment, I was getting a slew of text messages of, don't forget, got to do this, got to do this. And then by the time we got home and I was like, okay, I got to do this, they quit texting me. And again, guys, this is all on me. These are just my pros and cons to Noom. This is why I think it is a really great program with a lot of positives, but it may not be what I know at this point, especially this is what Noom has helped me with. It has helped me fully realize how much I have to work on me. Not my knowledge of food, not just my triggers and my elephant and my writer and all of these things. I get all of that. I need to get to the bottom of those moments of when I don't care. That's where I have to stay on top of things. And I've got to do some other shifting and everything else. Now, I've got a friend or two that is also doing this program. We had no idea each other was starting it in similar time frames. And one friend in particular is rocking it. I am so proud of her. Her husband is even joining along with her for the meals she's making that benefit her more so. And love it. Another friend started it, seemed kind of excited. I actually haven't heard another word since. So there's that. Guys, it's like anything. It's not for everybody, but it can be really great. And again, too, the excessive use of hashtags in the lessons make me a little crazy. It makes it hard for me to read some of them. I do actually like, though, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put another positive here towards the end of this. And so much for keeping it short, right? They do a lot of pop quizzes in the middle of lessons. It's not just read the lesson, retain. Hopefully you retain the information. No, they do like little quizzes. Like, okay, are you actually retaining this? And there are certain things like I kind of remembered, but I couldn't quite remember the answer. And if you guess, or if you guess it wrong, if you get the answer wrong, then it'll actually give you the information like, well, here was a correct answer and why. So that is really nice. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I did also pay for the meal plan when I first signed up. I haven't used it once. There's some good looking stuff in there. My problem I run into with everything like that is food allergies. So many diet meal plans utilize a lot of foods that I can't eat. So there's a lot of ingredients that end up having soy in them. A lot of things have eggs in them. And lately, I ate a few things that had eggs and I have paid for it. The migraines have been intense and that has kind of pushed me off on things too. So guys, there it is. That is Noom. That is what I've been doing. I will probably do an update right around the end of the year about all of it. Since, like I said, I've paid for it through January. I might try to get back on it and just see if it makes another difference or not. But it is on me to be in the mindset to care enough to actually utilize the information that they have But again, that's on me. And that's the one thing I'm going to tell you is that if you're not committed to it, you won't succeed. You have to be committed and care enough to follow through. And if you follow through, guys, I already saw there is a ton of potential for results. And I saw them early on. It's now on me to jump back over. In fact, I kind of wish, and maybe this is something I'll send in a review to Zoom themselves. I wish there was a reset button. I actually would like to start back over at the beginning of the program because I felt like I got more in the beginning than where I've been at now. So there's that. Maybe it's something where if somebody kind of fell off, they can just restart. Doesn't mean I restart the time frame or anything. I've paid for that 8 months. I would like, though, to just start back at the beginning of the lessons. I feel like it was worth it, and it might get me motivated again. So maybe I'll email them and see if that's an option. If I did that before I upload this, I will let you guys know. But guys, there it is. That's my thoughts on Zoom, my pros and cons. Take it for what you want. If you've tried Zoom and you have other opinions or other experiences, I'd love to hear about that in the comment section down below. In the meantime, guys, I hope you're having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.